and for some reason the app I'm using for live streaming is not allowing me to change the thumbnail. But anyway. Oh yeah, I gotta take the smudge glove off to lessen the annoying noise. I'm doing pretty alright. Just kind of had some family-oriented stuff going on. Just kind of some stressful stuff, but I'm doing fine. Nothing too major, as far as I know. So I'm just gonna take care of that by drawing. Working on a new drawing. And sorry if there's a bunch of annoying scratchy noises. I'm not sure how to remedy that at the moment. Thanks for the concern and made it like asking if I have like an avatar that I draw, or I don't know, or like if my characters are kind of like me or something. I'm not sure. If you can elaborate. No, not in particularly. I have characters that are kind of like a self-insert, or at least one that's like a kind of like a quote-unquote self-insert of myself, but I don't know. I don't know, I don't really know if like if I'm that interesting to turn myself into a character. But I'm just another average Joe. like what I'm drawing right now is like a new character that I've made probably just last night or so. Cause I saw a video by the YouTuber Lavender Town. They were making like a bunch of, like, the video's probably a couple years old now, but they were making characters based off of like poisonous substances, like, yeah. And one of the characters they created was based on the foxglove or digitalis plant. And I was like, dang, I need to create a character like that myself. So that's pretty much what this character's based on, and what this book actually about. Oh yeah, so that's kind of like the inspiration for the character in particular. Obviously I made this character dress a lot more detailed. So I actually could call it an original character, I guess. Like, I just simply made the dress a lot more detailed, like a lot of my characters are. This is like one of the first couple stages of my drawing process. I'm not sure, just, if, like, I don't know if, like, the stream crashes, or if, for just how long I feel like it, and who knows how long that might be. you for sticking by. Like whenever my favorite YouTubers are streaming, I can only like stay for maybe a few minutes, and then yeah, like whenever I see them streaming, I might stay for a couple minutes, but I instantly save the live stream to a playlist so I can watch it later. Yeah. The only bad thing is that, like, when I go back and I actually want to watch the stream or rewatch it, they suddenly make it, they either private it or just make it a members-only thing on you, and it's, like, dead. And I actually did like the stream, or at least the parts I did see, which is kind of irritating, but, you know, they gotta make a living, too, and, you know, at least they're a real artist, you know, so... Yeah, in the age of, quote, AI art, they need to make a living, so I get it, but it's like, ugh. Especially since I already have a bad attention span, I can't really watch streams for an extended period of time. Which artist? No, I haven't heard of them. No, man, I really don't like the scratchy noise that keeps being made when I'm just trying to draw. And no, I haven't heard of that game. putting flowers over the character's mouth because I still haven't figured out what their most of their face should look like yet. And her head looks way too small. mostly self-taught. Any sort of, I guess, tips that I did learn were mostly from my favorite YouTubers, which is good because then it was, obviously for free. And also a perk of teaching yourself this stuff. Yeah, it's something to practice, alright. Kinda suddenly in the mood to work on another drawing. Kinda wondering if I could try working on this one again. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to work on now. Probably just finish this one off. And thank you. And I'm alright with the small amount of audience that I got. At least because I can know that the number I got on each of my social media accounts that I actually got it by my own effort instead of resorting to AI, so that's satisfying enough for me right now. So yeah, I'm at least glad I managed to get it on my own effort, I guess. So that's satisfactory enough for me for now. Yup. And yeah, AI wouldn't be so bad if it just simply wasn't being used as an easy way to make money. Like if you wanted to create like fun, goofy stuff out of curiosity and just for your own personal amusement and not for an easy payday, that would be fine for me. That would be fine by me if it was only for personal use and not as an easy cash grab. if you can hear her meowing. Kitty. And my dog is going on a tirade now. I have a fair few OCs based on animals. I got like an entire like character design page on my website. So and there are a few that are based on animals, but if you're asking if I make full on like furry characters, I don't really make like anthro characters like in the traditional sense. Though I do have some characters based on like animals and stuff. my dog's going on even though I took her on a walk earlier. Yeah, I've been to quite a few museums of different kinds, and do I like mythology? Yes, very much. Not one type in particular, basically anything mythology related from around the globe, pretty much. In fact, I'm kind of a big sucker for mythology and stuff. In fact, a lot of my characters are kind of based on it, different mythology around the world. Oh yeah, I really like both art and like a science museum. Though obviously there's like obviously like one major science and art museum here, but I would like to go to different ones around the world. Especially like I would like to go to the Louvre one day, and possibly like the Mutter Museum in Philadelphia. That would be pretty cool.
Keisha, today we're gonna have cheesy hash browns, edamame and ham. It'll be ready in about 10 minutes at the latest.
Okay. My mom in the background. Kind of embarrassing, but anyway. Well, it's obviously not like I have like a gazillion people watching right now, but still. Anyway. Whoops. There's a single price tag I didn't get to. The whole idea behind this was that there was supposed to be like a price tag on literally every object, but I did not do that. Kind of forgot, or I just got tired of drawing so many price tags in one image. But I guess, obviously, even just having a single price tag, it matches the theme whatsoever. No, it's just kind of awkward because my mom doesn't really know that I do occasional live streams. She knows I make gaming videos, but anyway. Okay, yeah, I just try to do these or make videos when she's not making any calls or anything, obviously. So I usually like to make all the colors a lot more vibrant, and this is probably I'm turning off all the layers to show how arguably a lot more dull the colors look if I don't do that. I like having more bright colors. Wait. And dang, that sucks. I'm sorry about that. It must be frustrating. kitty. My cat is just meowing in the background. And I'm also on the autism spectrum, so I can definitely understand that, the challenges that come with that, at least. Though I know that my case is bound to be drastically different than other autistic people. Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah. And it's very, very harmful. Though I can confidently say that, yeah, though I have been actually diagnosed with autism specifically, so. But yeah, it's still really crappy that goes on. I thankfully have the access to the right support people, and have good people in my life that are supportive of my challenges and what I do.
You shot? Ham, two potatoes, and money. You good? Okay.
But yeah, I'm very fortunate. For the most part, yeah. start the fixing the colors here. And thank you for the support, and yes, I am having dinner right now. I don't know about anybody else, but yeah, I normally don't just have like ham or potatoes for dinner, but others might, especially in the form of hash browns, but still. Not the stereotypical breakfast food, I guess. Well, people could have ham, like, or just in the form of bacon and other stuff like that, or a ham breakfast sandwich, but not exactly made in this way, I guess. Or served in this way. And thank you. fact, it might be a bit faster to just do this. I do have at least like one dinosaur drawing here. This one it's supposed to have one of my characters in it, but also a Carnotaurus in the background. But yeah, that's still in the very, very early stages, that one is. But yeah, I guess that counts as a dinosaur drawing. Well, it's supposed to have a couple different dinosaurs in it, but still. kind of interesting how dinosaurs are usually associated with kids because in real life a lot of them would be kind of terrifying, like they would run you over or eat you. So it's kind of interesting how a lot of the time they're like associated with kids. Cause like when I was a kid, at least the reason I liked Jurassic Park or dinosaurs was because they were like kind of scary. Like the idea that like these giant reptiles could exist that were bigger than you, because that was kind of gnarly or scary. The reason I liked them was because the idea of them was kind of terrifying, at least to me. They are cool, but like cool in a sort of like crazy and scary way. So it's just kind of interesting when I think about it. Them being constantly associated with little kids, or just being craftily labeled as kid stuff. It's kind of like saying animation is just for kids, or cartoons are just for kids. Oh, sure. And you can ask question to a fellow autistic. And oh man, do I like horror. I love the horror genre. It might not be super apparent in my art, but it probably will be apparent when if I publish the story I'm working on in like a gazillion years. Cause got a lot of like I guess horror or dark fantasy themes in it. But yeah, super into the horror genre. I love it.
Come on, Peaches, what's up?
Okay, yeah, it might not be super apparent in most of my art. Most of my art is admittedly rather fantasy-y, but not like, for the most part, not like super dark or anything, usually. And thank you again. Certainly took years to gain the skills to do it, though. Looking for anything else that's orange that needs this hard light layer. Probably ever since I could hold a pencil, pretty much. But yeah. I'm in my early 20s, but it took the first 2 decades of my life to get to this point, I would say. Anything else that is orange in here? And crap, I forgot to outline this part. Such a big and detailed picture, you're bound to forget a few details here and there. And I'm not entirely sure when I draw. I just kind of get so engrossed in it that I don't know, like, I'm not entirely sure how to answer that. I kind of draw because it reduces anxiety and I guess anger and all that stuff, for me at least. I do it because it alleviates any kind of stress. And I just get kind of lost in it once I start, so just the process all around is very comforting for me, personally. And that's why I do it so often. Okay, that should be the last line art thing. If I find anything else that's orange, I can just fix that later. You mean this here? It is supposed to be a pig, but it's also that and this flamingo are supposed to, like, this whole thing is meant to be like a face, but the pig and the flamingo are meant to look, represent like the blush on this figure, and these are the lips made made out of a bunch of pink animals. Yeah. So yeah, it is supposed to be a pig. And dang, this stream has been going on for 2 hours now. They say time flies when you're having fun. Yup. Probably AMC's The Terror and and a couple others, but and also probably South Park as well. Though I'm kind of hesitant to watch some of the newest episodes of that, but I don't know. The show that's been going on for a while, so I guess I'm just got that internal that shows that have been running for that long becoming quote unquote bad over time. I'm not sure. like if a routine or something is like broken up, if I get bothered by it, or if cast members of a show get replaced, if it bothers me. If like a major character of a show that I like are removed, and then yeah, it kind of affects the viewing experience. And if you were asking if like I'm sensitive to changes, then not as much as I am now, but or wait, not as much as I was in the past, but yeah. But I'm just kind of got a preference for like things the way they are, like the furniture back here. Yeah, I don't want it changed. I'm kind of confused with the word cactus, or if the text to video thing, speech thing is just acting up, because I'm slightly confused. The text to speech thing acting up again. Not as much today, like, like I don't, like there's not an awful lot of, like, movies or TV show characters that I, am, like, that I really, really like. Mostly right now, at least, I'm, a bit more focused on my own OCs, my own characters. I don't get quite as attached to already existing fictional characters as much anymore. Like really, really attached. Like there are some that I think are cool, definitely, but not as much like fangirling over them or anything. Yeah, like I don't, like, when it comes to already existing pop culture characters, like in other shows and stuff like that, I don't quite as hyper fixate on them as much these days. That's the word I usually use when describing, like, intense, interest, like hyper fixation or hyper fixating on. Really, because, now that the thing I currently hyper fixate on for the most part are my own characters right now. Simply just because not that, like, all kinds of popular characters are bad, it's just that, just my own characters obviously way more so reflect my own personal interests and stuff, and, so that's kind of what has me hyper fixating on them right now. And why I've been hyper fixating on them for years by now. Because they have to do with the things I am interested in, like history and stuff like that. History, mythology, and some other things that I would probably have difficulty listing all of right here. All of which right here. I don't know, but it's a pretty cool coincidence. I must say.
Kitties, come on.
Well, that's really cool. I really love my cat meow as well. Really, it's a cute, high-pitched meow. Kitty. Sure. You can talk about it. If you're talking about All Might from Boku no Hero Academia, he is a hero after all, so it just seems like in his nature to listen to people. So yeah, it's a pretty good choice. Hero or former hero, I haven't really caught up with that series in a long flippin' time. Like people like acting like yeah, just failing to abide by common sense, like it's so hard for some people to just be nice. Yeah. And the thing that really gets on my nerves are the type of people who think they're so nice that they feel the need to constantly flaunt that in everybody's face. And of course, usually those type of people can't do something. Yeah. And it was all just a front. It's just like a manipulation strategy or whatever. Yeah. Like the type of people who act like they're so nice, but obviously they ain't. Oh yeah, all of that is really annoying. Especially baffling about how anyone can, like, I don't know, be like rude to like their people who support them, like their flippin' fans, how do I say this? Get very, like, defensive about, like, when, like, one of their fans or somebody is just trying to innocently ask them a question, and they react very defensively as if the person was insulting them when they're just trying to ask a flippin' question. Like, there was, like, one YouTuber from a long flipping time ago. I doubt anybody these days would even know who they are, practically. Only people who've been around in the gaming YouTube back in the early 2010s would probably have any hint of who they are, but there was, like, story time. There was, like, one YouTuber who I watched when I was, like, 12, and they, let's just say, seemed to be quite sensitive. I mean, they were young, but like, legal adult, but they were young, I guess. So young people make mistakes, but like, a lot of the times when people, presumably their fans, would just try to ask them something, like a simple question, they would, like, be surprisingly rude to them, like one instance, or if people tried to make jokes and they didn't get it, and they didn't get the joke the commenter was trying to make, they would just outright, like, flippin', like, call them stupid, like, and even, call them, like, even kind of using, like, ableist language. It was in the early 2010s, but yeah, they would just be very rude to their fans, who I assume they're fans, a majority of which were children, I bet, but yeah. So, yeah, there was, like, one time, they were live streaming, like, this person was a gaming YouTuber who, when they did live stream, it was largely video games, and so that was what their channel was all about, for the most part. And there was one commenter who showed up, and they just innocently asked. They weren't using any, like, judgmental or rude or really that impatient language. They just simply asked, "Are you going to continue doing this non-gaming related thing, or wait, are you gonna play Minecraft or continue doing this non-gaming related thing the whole stream?" And this was a live stream, and their very first reaction live to this comment, which again had no swearing, was not using rude language, their immediate first reaction was to ask this person, this commenter, did you not read the title of my stream? I think you need to learn how to read. They literally said that. That was like their first reaction to that, to a commenter who was just asking them a flippin' question. Yeah. Like, yeah, that was literally their first live reaction to someone innocently asking if they were gonna continue doing this non-gaming related thing or play Minecraft. So, yeah. And I remember, like, as a little kid, 12 years old probably, seeing that. Well, I didn't watch the live stream live, but when it was live, but I just came across that and it was like, wow, like even 12-year-old me thought, wow, this is like really rude. And that's far from the only questionable thing they did or said. Like another time, kind of focusing on drawing at the same time. Yeah, they were just really, really, like, super, like, defensive towards even people asking them flippin' questions, and, trying to think of the other time that, really got to me, and still gets to me, 10 plus years later, oh yeah, and going along with the theme of people acting super nice as like a facade or whatever, somebody, and I didn't see, my 12-year-old me didn't seem to be the only person who noticed this behavior, and during another live stream, somebody in the comments also kind of pointed this out, and most of the comment really was kind of like pretty nice. Like, again, they weren't swearing at the person, they were just, seemed more or less more like a constructive criticism, really. And they kind of like pointed out, still in a it was kind of blunt, but still relatively polite for the most part, most of it. They just kind of pointed out that they were sometimes a bit rude to most likely their child viewers. I don't think most people really took into account how many children watch YouTubers, but anyway, or how many children could be watching a bunch of stuff, but they kind of pointed it out, and again, live, their first reaction to being kind of like given like a reality check, I guess, type of comment. They literally react by saying, "How am I rude? I do things for people." And it's like, well, yes, I get it. Everybody has a life offline. So anyway, so yeah, maybe there are plenty of good things you've done, but it's like, also when you're the exact same person who kind of degrades their own audience, sometimes even using ableist slurs against them, makes it kind of hard to believe. Like, yes, we all got lives offline, but it's like, so there's probably plenty of good things they might have done out of the kindness of their heart offline, but based on their behavior, it just kind of comes across like they're the type of person who goes out of their way to do quote-unquote nice things because they're the type of person who needs constant praise. Like, they thrive off of praise, like, all the time. Well, everybody likes getting praise to some degree, but it's like, this person just seems like that type of person who goes out of their way doing nice things, but not for the most wholesome reasons. Or at least as an adult now, looking back, with a bit more life experience, and seeing a lot of controversies going down over the years, people getting canceled for being rude and all kinds of things like that, makes me just kind of think they're the type of person who constantly needed, or at least at the time needed praise. Yeah, and that's like their main motivation for doing quote unquote nice things. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was a whole mess. I don't think they ever got like canceled over it because the language they used, well, if they came back online, people would probably rip into them for it like I just did, but albeit doing so anonymously, not naming names, but and that's probably for the best that they've, as far as I'm concerned, they seem to have retired from being an online figure, which, to be fair, is probably for the best, based on their past behaviors. But anyway, so yeah, just all kinds of things like that, just very defensive, and trying to say that criticism, or acting as if criticism doesn't matter because they're such a nice person and all that. Yeah. And I think karma kind of did hit them. I think a big reason why they left the internet was because some really not great stuff happened to them. I won't go into it because that might way too easily identify them. But yeah, a bunch of pretty messed up things or pretty negative stuff happened to them following that. And that might have been partially the reason they left the internet, but yeah, and that was probably for the best, in all honesty. Because of all this, rude, defensive behaviors towards their own audience, which I'm sure a good chunk of them were children, for the most part, and they're literally calling children the intelligence degrading R word that all kinds of gamers used, and probably YouTubers in general, or internet users in general, used back then. Yeah. So, to a certain degree, I guess, in a weird way, to some degree, the usage of slurs could be, to an extent, passed off. Well, a lot of people were doing that back then, but yeah, just, let's just say I think karma hit them, and they would be canceled to high heaven if they were to come back and that were to be brought up again. Oh yeah, and it's kind of, well, I guess it was the early 2010s, and so not a lot of people would have really obviously the internet probably wasn't nearly as cancel culture-y as it is now, but people just jumping at each other's throats, sometimes for good or bad reasons, all the time, even more so than way back then. But yeah, it's just yeah, that whole thing. And I'm pretty sure they were able to somewhat get away with it at the time because they were affiliated with some popular YouTubers at the time. So that's probably a big chunk of it. But yeah, for years, I wondered if I was the only one who thought that was a bit weird behavior. Yeah, I don't know. This whole time, I haven't really talked about that person to many people, and I was just kind of wondering if my 12-year-old self was just slightly overreacting and thinking, well, or just blowing it out of proportion or whatever. But after, becoming an adult and gaining some life experience, I am not at least what I do know is that type of behavior has definitely not aged well. And if they ever came back or made a resurgence, people, the cancel culture-y people, would be all over them for it. And there would certainly be some people who'd never want them to live that down or whatever. All I do hope about that person is that they're doing better. Because, yeah, like I said earlier, briefly, they did kind of go through some misfortune, which even though I believe it's karma, I just hope they're doing better. And they're, like, obviously acting better, like they've learned better, and that I just hope that they would, like anybody who does something even remotely bad, or questionable, I just hope afterwards they'd be able to, if they were to look back on their old selves, that they would cringe at it. And, obviously, if you're able to cringe at your past self or deeds, that's definitely a sign of growth, in my opinion, at least. So, being able to cringe at your past self is at least one good sign of growth, in my opinion. There are plenty of things I obviously, from my past, that I cringe about, but, yeah. So I just hope that, this person I've been ranting about, is doing better, and is acting better. And thank you once again. That person I was literally just ranting about, you know how, there are some internet users, how, you can just tell that, or you're afraid to, comment on their stuff, or send them any kind of comments whatsoever, because you can just tell they're, that fragile, and so you're just afraid to comment, or you just make the decision early on that you're never gonna send them a comment of any kind because you're afraid of how they might react, afraid that they may take your comment or innocent question the wrong way, 'cause that was definitely me with that person, like, early on. Like, even 12-year-old me knew that I was never gonna comment on any of their stuff, even if it was positive, honestly. Like, I was just too afraid to send them any comment because I saw, like, how defensive they could get, and like, it felt like the only kind of comments that they responded nicely to were obviously just good comments, and I guess it makes sense, but it's like anything that was even just 99% positive, or like, yeah, anything that wasn't 1,000% positive was like unacceptable in their minds, or I don't know, like, cause I just knew that I would not have the guts to comment on any of their stuff or send them really good comment. I might have, like, I remember sending them only like one comment, but even then I was like terrified. Like, I knew, like, to, like, I guess appease this person, it needed to be 1,000% positive, or they were just gonna they were gonna call me ableist slurs or something. 12-year-old me ableist slurs, and they wouldn't care. Anything that's even just 99% positive was unacceptable to them. So, yeah, even when I did comment, I don't know if I would say I regret sending that nice comment, but, yeah, like, I knew if I was gonna comment, it needed to be, like, 1,000% positive, and, anything less than that was, like, would make you a bad person, or a dumb person in their eyes. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And tell her I said thank you for that as well. Kitty. I'm kinda in the mood to kind of in the mood to finish the stream relatively soon, so probably gonna just fill in the pink colors and then probably end the stream for the day. Just fill in all the pink areas before signing off. And dang, the stream's been going on for more than 3 hours. I can't believe I managed to do one stream that was like, I don't know, 7 hours before. Dang. Does it feel like it's stopping real short, but yeah. I'm in need of a break relatively soon. I just thought the adding in all the pink would be the fun part. 'Cause I like the color pink. My cat in the background. Oh no, it was pretty fun, the stream. Had some interesting conversation, I guess. So yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a lot more fun streaming when you have somebody else joining in. There's a lot more pink to fill in than I thought. And of course I forgot to line art in that one toe. Even though probably nobody would really notice from when it's zoomed out, but as it's supposed to, but still. If I notice a mistake, I can't just sit by and just let it be.
Alicia?
Hmm.
I want to take a bath.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you too. And I think I'll end off the stream for now.